Good morning, everybody. Good morning if you are in school, and good morning if you're joining us from home. Today we're going to look at split digraphs because that's another thing that we need to practice, and we're going to look at the A split digraph. Okay, so here we have our A at the beginning and our E at the end and our sneaky consonant that slips in the middle, and these two letters will work together to make the A sound. Okay, so we've got A with a letter in the middle here. So we're going to start off by sounding out some words, because sometimes I think when you're sounding out words and you're reading, you forget to look for split digraphs. So you always need to look on the end to see if there's an E that is making it a split digraph. So let's have a look at this. Mane. Miss Fother's hair looks like a lion's mane because she hasn't had it cut in lockdown. Mane. Okay. We would never do anything unsafe on the playground. Unsafe. Well done. Unsafe. Okay. Can we sound it out? Cupcake. Mrs. Jackson makes lovely cupcakes. Next one. Amaze. Please amaze Miss Fothers and your grown-ups with your brilliant phonics today. You amaze me. Okay, and here we have, look, our cheeky alien. So this is a nonsense word. Prake. Oh, I like that one. Prake. Load of old nonsense. And our last word. Grapes. I love red grapes and green grapes. So you need to check when you're sounding out, if you sound out grapes, anything that doesn't sound right, you need to make sure and see if you can look for that split digraph around a consonant. Okay, right, writing time, word time in your home learning books or your whiteboards. Can you write me the word flame? Please remember that we are using the split digraph for all of the A sounds today. Flame. There was a flame on top of the candle. Flame. Well done. We're looking good in my group. Flame. Our second word, I'm testing you now because we're nearly ready for year 2. Lemonade. Lemonade. Let me see. Quite a long word. Lemonade. 7 sounds in that word. But there are, in fact, 8 letters in that word. 7 sounds, but 8 letters. How are we doing? Miss Wilkinson is checking my other children. Okay, third word. Bandage. Now, we don't normally say put a bandage on we say bandage, don't we? But bandage. And think about the j sound. When you have written that down, there is an E at the end. So think what might need to make your j sound. We have done that last week. Bandage. Put a bandage on my finger.
So is it
Mrs.
So is it
Shh. Please stop calling out my group. Right. Bandage. Mrs. Griffiths had a bandage on her thumb. A bandage on her thumb. Bandage. 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 Think about what makes, Mason called out and gave you a clue of what makes the j sound. I will give you a clue. It's not a J that makes the j sound. It's not a J, it's a different letter that we have looked at this week. But it's got to be the A sound here. The E has to go on the end, doesn't it? What making the A sound? Nearly. Show Miss Wilkinson that's not quite right. You've mixed up some words. Okay, bandage. I'm hoping you've impressed your grown-ups with what is making the j sound on that one. Okay, and our last word is imitate. Imitate, that means to copy something, doesn't it? Imitate. 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 Lovely. Let's have a look. I can't really, you children over there have got the wrong glasses on, I can't see you. Imitate. Okay, let's have a look at these words then. So our first word was flame. I'm hoping most of you have got this one, flame. Put your sound buttons in the correct place if they are not in the correct place. Flame. 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 Okay, our next word was quite a long one. Lemonade. Lemon. Aid. Lemonade. Check you've got all of those sounds, you haven't missed any. Lemonade. If we put our hand over here, that just says lemon, that bit. Lemonade, lemonade. Okay. Our next word, Mrs. Griffiths with a bandage on her thumb. Age, bandage. But we usually say it fast and say bandage. 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 And our last word, imitate. Imitate. And I'm not sure why it doesn't have two M's, because it should do after an I. Maybe it's because it's the beginning of a word. Imitate. Excellent. Well done. Some of my children did really, really well with that. Very impressive. Okay, we have got quite a long sentence to read and then quite a long sentence to write today. So, let me have a look. We have got some words that cannot be sounded out. So we have got have, which you know really well. We use that all the time. It's not have. We've just been looking at split digraphs. So I've snuck that word in there because this is one that is not a split digraph. We don't say have, we say have, don't we? And then this one, your. That makes the or sound together, but you haven't learned that yet. You will learn that in year 2 and it will be or. Okay, so let's read our sentence. When you have finished, please scrape your plate. Well done. So when you have finished, please scrape your plate. Have a look carefully. When you have finished, please scrape your plate. When you have finished, please scrape your plate. Don't forget to reread it after you've sounded out so you can say it in a proper voice, not a robot voice, not when you have finished. Please scrape your plate. We need to speak it like a real sentence. When you have finished, please scrape your plate. There's quite a lot of muttering in Cobalt Group today. Okay, pens at the ready. This is the sentence I would like you to write today. Listen carefully. You will need to keep repeating this sentence. It's quite a long one. They went down the lane and saw a snake. I'll say that for you again. They went down the lane and saw a snake. I'll say it one more time and then you can repeat it. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Your turn. Oh, nearly. Let's do it one more time. My turn. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Your turn. Okay, they didn't go down the snake and saw a lane. They went down the lane and saw a snake. So you're going to use the split digraph in the word lane and in the word snake. Don't forget your punctuation, capital letters and full stops. They went down the lane and saw a snake. They went down the lane and saw a snake. This needs to be pretty near perfect because you can sound out nearly all of these words. They went down the lane and saw a snake. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Keep saying it to yourself. Right, I'm just going to turn around and see how my gang are doing with this. When you've written it, put your sound buttons on so I can check that you understand how the sounds make up the words. Okay, write the sentence and then put your sound buttons on so your grown-ups can check that you understand how the words are made up of the sounds. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Ooh, it's looking good in my group. I can't see, I've got the, let me just swap my glasses. Punctuation, what do you need at the end? Oh my word, Miss Fothers is going to start twitching and I'm sure some of the grown-ups are. I'm giving you Miss Fothers' top tip of the day. Yesterday, we did the sound or. That is what I expect to see you writing in the word saw. The sound that we learnt yesterday, the spelling of or. Perfect. I can't. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Okay, we are going to have a look at this sentence. Are we nearly ready? Can the grown-ups in other groups give me a thumbs up if you are ready, please? Miss Sturt's group's ready. Well done, Cornflower group. Oh, Mrs. Hudson's group look ready. Hi, Mrs. Hudson. And the blush group is ready as well. Let's have a look then. Okay, so here we go. They went down the, here's our first split digraph, lane, and saw, this word had better be right or Miss Fothers might breathe fire after all the work we did yesterday on the or sound. They went down the lane and saw a snake. Okay, everybody should have written a K here. Why can it not be a C? Why can it not be a curly K to make the K sound in snake? Oh, I've got lots of hands up in here. Let me just see. Tell your grown-ups in your group why it cannot be a C. It cannot be a curly K. Why not, Pippa? Because it's followed by a F. You're right, because if a C is followed by an E, what sound does it make? It would say, Aaron says it would say snace. And that's not a thing. We don't have any snaces, do we? A snace is not a word. That would be a nonsense word. So it must be the K, the kicking K, because otherwise it would say snace. And that really isn't a word. So things that you really, really must have correct today. This word, with all that work we did on the or sound yesterday, and your split digraphs, and you should know that that is a K and not a C, because otherwise you would have seen a snace. And we're not sure what a snace looks like. Exactly. What's a snace? No such thing. Okay, they went down the lane and saw a snake. So, doesn't matter if you made some mistakes, but correct them now and make sure your sound buttons are in the correct places. Okay, please don't talk while I'm teaching. Okay, so they went down the lane and saw a snake. Okay, good work, guys. I will give you a top tip. We are doing some more split digraphs tomorrow because we really need to practice them when we are reading. So, thank you very much for working hard today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.